Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side. The other side of sports is your host, Laws in the building. It's me, it's Aaron. Rocking out. Aaron, man. Welcome back, bro.
Haven't
Good
been
to
doing the
hear
show
you,
without me.
man. We got a lot of stuff to catch up on, man. There's been a whole bunch of stuff happening. I don't even know what I want to get into first. We got we got a dog. We living in a simulation, dog. This drink crazy.
Crazy world we live in.
Dog, we got all types of funny business going on, dog. Hey, I the thing is, dog, it's a movie, bro. Bama's I can't put my finger on it, but all of this stuff, I'm not trying to say it's all fabricated and fake, but I'm just saying it's getting extremely hard to decipher.
It's writers. Everything might not be fake, but it's definitely writers. It's a writer's room and it's a script. For sure, for sure.
Cause bro, I mean, and again, see, once you say the way it's painted, like if you question something, you already they just cast you on the left side. Oh, that's what that rhetoric right there, blah blah blah. It's like it's not like, bro. All I'm doing is asking a question.
It's not accidental though. It's intentional to
No,
keep you quiet.
what I'm saying is, people, you just gotta beware, dog. Coco, beware. It's a lot of it's problematic when even just to question something, you already cast in like they just casting you. Oh, you on the extreme. You think like, and people just, it's like, bro, I'm just asking a question, bro. I'm one of those them people. I feel like it's not a whole lot of us left, Aaron, that still decide to use our brains and really like, you know what I'm saying, put two and two together. But we like that. It's like that right now, dog. Like I, it's crazy out here. What'd you think of the Jimmy Fallon joint? I mean, they kicked him off the air, then they brought him back, then he on the joint pre-apologize. That's what it sounded like to me. And you know, I guess they let him rock on.
The BAM is threatening people using the FCC chair. And you know anybody that does anything he don't like, he gonna try to figure out a way to get you back door. So the journey is not surprising. It's the times we living in. People put them in there. So this is what you get. This is what you get.
No, this joint crazy, bro. This joint crazy, man. On to some sports. Though it's been a wild sports it's been a lot of stuff happening in the sports world. I mean, we can start with last night. Dog, I was trying to trade this man away off my fantasy team, dog. Before this Bama got his leg
Tariq
twigged
Hill.
in half, dog.
The Bama's a psychopath, first of all. The Bama leg was sitting there like that. This Bama was cheesing, telling us some yes, and then threw his arms up in the sky like he was giving praise.
Dog, chain dangling, his leg dangling, chain dangling joint, middle of the mall joint. I'm like, bro, what happened to when I saw the tackle and the joint happened so quick? It just, and maybe he just wanted an out, like to not have to play for them Bama's, though, because they just, like Bama's know when you got a real chance at winning versus when you don't. So I don't, again, I don't know, but that joint, I mean, it looked bad, bro. It looked bad. So he done for the season. That's automatic. The Jets on the other side, dog, Aaron Glenn, they said that Bama was kirking so heavy that Bama's could hear him in the other locker room joint after the game. I mean, did he expect something different with the Jets though?
I mean, he's supposed to bring something different. Like, but it's the same. We've been seeing the same replay for 40 years.
I mean, what could you do, Aaron? What if you took over the Jets right now? What is it that you would do to get this franchise back on track?
Put
Because
a
it
hit on the
seems like
owner.
nobody can do
Put a hit on the owner. That's step one. Same as if I took over Dallas. There's certain things that got to be done if you want to be productive. If you can't get certain people out the way, it's nothing you can do. The same way y'all saw when Dan was here, like is no matter what you can do, you can get guys and they look like a glimmer of hope, but then it's just back to the same stuff. Certain
Yeah.
people gonna prevent prosperity,
Hmm.
and if you can't get them out the way, you gonna kind of be stuck to
Is
where it seemed like a curse.
hey, is Justin Fields the problem?
I think if you had like, I don't think you could just roll Justin Fields out on any roster
Mhm.
with any old traditional game plan and expect to win 11 or 12 games. I think if you're going to make Justin Fields, if you're going to go court him and make him your starter, you have to be very intentional about how you approach offense. And per usual, it looks like they trying to fit a square peg in a round hole where it's like, and you see when the Bama get loose, like the Bama ran for 50 for a touchdown. Like the only person even close to his athleticism is Lamar playing quarterback in the league. Like it's a bunch of different ways you can like build his confidence early in the game. They come out and run like one pass and play and nine rushing plays, and that destroys the confidence of a guy who already, has this stigma and this kind of cloud over his head
Mhm.
of not being able to pass, and then you fumble and don't score. So like it's just those little things that I feel like defensive coaches and some of these old school guys try to like beat this drum of toughness and trying to, but they just completely dismiss the idea of the things you have to do to keep the confidence of your quarterback high. You have to pass in 2025 if you want to win anything. Like
Yeah,
you can run the ball great. You want to be tough, great. But if you want to win football games consistently in the NFL, you got to be able to pass the ball.
gotta
And
be able to
especially
pass.
this early in the season, you need to be building his confidence. And it just doesn't look like I didn't see anything or any semblance of an offense that looked like they were making any effort to do that. And the boy, what's the little curly head receiver, number 5?
You talking about Garrett Wilson?
That Bama's an animal, though. Like he had 2 catches last night. That's probably gonna be 2 of the top 5 catches all season, and one of them didn't even count in the end zone. Like the Bama's like that, and it's just when you check like when you don't have as much talent as other teams. We always talk about this. You got to lean on the guys you have, and he should be getting 20 targets a game. I don't care who playing quarterback. And it
Yeah.
just seems like a lot of these coaches just miss on that. It's just like stick to the scheme. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna be tough. We're gonna run
We're
the
gonna be
ball.
tough, hard nosed. We're
Right.
gonna run the ball 55 times for 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
And you're gonna be tired and extinct like the dinosaurs. Like it's just coaches come and go. They try it, it doesn't work.
Oh, to me, I just this is just my evaluation looking at the game, seeing Justin Fields. He looks like a quarterback to me that really needs to see it open for him to feel confident to make those throws. Like, like the play, like trying to run an offense where it's timing and just the throw is there. I just think he would have trouble in that type of offense. I think he needs to. You got to basically either scheme it up to where Bama's is spring open because he got arm talent. It's not like he don't have arm talent, but like I just think he's just not as decisive, and that could be just not trusting the system or trusting the guys who going to win on the matchups. And in those circumstances or those cases, like you said, you got to go to your best guy, dog. And I would just scheme it up to my best guy because nine out of 10 times he gonna win. And so if I know my guy's gonna win 9 out of 10 times, even if the pass is a little bit off, like my guy's still capable of making plays out of no play, essentially, like because he's just more athletic, and you can kind of use that to open up other stuff. I mean, I think his legs, like how Justin Fields was using his legs last night, that kind of opened up a little bit of the passing because they had to account for that. And I think that's what you need. But I'm with you, dog. That old dinosaur, we gonna run the ball 55 times and pound ground and pound. Like that's just not what the NFL is. And it's just not a way to be successful. Teams are gonna score points, and so you have to score points. And the best way to score points is to move the ball down the field with passing. So, you know, I don't know. They got weapons. They got Brees Hall. I think he can do a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? I would use him more actively in the passing game, to try to get him looks. I mean, all of the above, but Yeah, what they doing is just not gonna work where it's at right now. Bengals, they in trouble, bro. I mean, without Joe Burrow, like they just can't generate offense. And I thought personally, I
Browning.
thought Browning was a little bit better than this, though. I thought he was a little bit better than this. But I guess he's just a backup for a reason, bro. I guess he is a backup for a reason. Um, Denver, they smashed the Bengals. I mean, they control that the entire game, 28-3. That joint's a wash. Chiefs in Baltimore. Chiefs job took it, gave it to Baltimore, dog.
Nah, they thrashed them back. No
And
contest.
I mean, I know the market went out with the hamstring drink, but they literally was trailing pretty much the entire game. And Mahomes looked like he was in full form, dog. Getting Worthy back. I think they got one more game, and then they get Rasheed Rice back. Like
I thought
they
he got
trending
six
up.
games.
You said what?
I thought he got 6 games.
Oh, 6 games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they got two more weeks, but I mean he'll be back. But they look like they trending the right way offensively. Baltimore look like they struggling, bro.
One
They
and three. Definitely
right
struggling.
now they tied with the Browns at 1-3 in the division. I mean Cincinnati been struggling, but they at least got 2 wins. So I mean I'm not really overly concerned right this part of the season with the Baltimore Ravens, but I mean it's something to consider, bro. That they might be in trouble. I mean, the NFL doesn't get any easier for you, so we'll see. Green Bay Packers in Dallas, that joint 40-40 tie, bro. I went to sleep, bro. You stayed up and watched that joint.
I had to. The parlay was on the joint. I had to. You know you can't sleep when there's one leg left on a 19 leg parlay.
You cashed out.
Nah.
Oh, wait, no,
I need a
what was the
Green Bay
rate?
to win money line.
Oh, they did you
19 legs,
dirty.
dog. 19 legs. The Green Bay ain't win.
Dirty. All 18 hit except for
Yes.
one.
Yes. The Green Bay money line.
Hey, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. The fact that that joint ended up in tie. Whenever I see ties in like sports or NFL and stuff like that, I always think about like when you go to the casino and you play Russian roulette, the roulette table joint, and they got the little like it got all the numbers on the joint, and then they got the little green joint that it only hits when the table got chips all over the joint. That's the only time that green, the ball bouncing that green joint. Dog, joint is so dirty, bro. Oh, that's a blow. That's a blow. 40-40 tie. I can't, but dog, what is up with Green Bay, dog? These Bama's are so wishy-washy to me.
They not as good as Bama's thought. Just because they waxed Washington, everybody automatically assumed they was about to be all world again. Not
Yeah,
necessarily. And Michael was hurt half of the game. Like he was playing on a pitch count. I guess his back was giving him trouble. It was the same issues he had in Dallas earlier this year. So these Bama's might not be who you think they are. They lost to Cleveland and tied with Dallas.
yeah. It might not be that real.
Washington might just be some
Some
ASS.
doo-doo. We're gonna get to them. We're gonna get to them. Chicago Bears at the Vegas Raiders. Raiders, they beat us. They beat I'm talking about Chicago beat the Raiders. Uh I feel like the Chicago Bears offense is kind of turning a new leaf. They can at least move the football. Uh Genty finally showed up in the game, but if I'm Vegas, I'm a little worried about Geno, dog. This Bama,
Yeah, 7 picks in 2 weeks is wild.
the
That's you can't
turnovers,
even do that on Madden.
yeah, turnovers is getting a little crazy, bro, for Geno. So I mean, yeah, that's something to watch. But Chicago Bears, they got a W. Good for them. Then we got the Rams beating the Indianapolis Colts. I knew they was fool's gold. Uh, and then you had Jacksonville beat San Francisco, which was big. Um, and Jacksonville looking all right this year.
Yeah.
They looking serviceable. The defense look much better. Offensively, they look like they have an identity and they able to move the football. And I mean that's all you can ask for, really. And I think for them to start the season out this way is respectable. Washington loses to Atlanta 34-27. Aaron, what do you think the real main culprit for them the Washington Commanders losing this game versus Atlanta though? Besides letting Bijan run ramshot all
Before
over
we get
our
to that, how many points did Atlanta score the week before?
not 34,
Look it up, and then we'll have this conversation.
3.
Look it up.
hold on, hold on. Let me go to the scores in the weeks. Let's go. You said week 3, Atlanta
Your
Falcons.
eyes gonna tell us something.
0.
Dog, these
Those
Bama's put up a donut
versus the Carolina Panthers.
versus the Panthers, and then come put up 34 on you. Everybody on that side of the ball should be fired, including the head coach Dan Quinn. It's
Hold
unacceptable.
on, Aaron. You ready to fire Dan Quinn off of one?
No, no, no. Let's go. Let's rewind a little bit. How many points they scored last week?
They scored last week,
No,
dog.
no, no. How many points did the Falcons score last week?
0.
Who they play?
Carolina Panthers.
So anybody on that side of the ball, do you think they should be employed in the NFL?
Well,
I'm
Joe
just
Wood is
asking.
the man with the man
Is he?
calling a show.
So when it don't work, it's the coordinator. When it do work, it's Andy Reid. It's
I'm
his
just
side of the
saying,
ball.
like, I mean, we know Dan Quinn really gives autonomy to his coaches to basically make the play call,
I
and
got a
he's
better
over there
question.
and he just got his head set on, and he's like, "All right, we need a timeout here." Like, he
I
not
got a better
really.
question. When you was managing the team and you delegated something to somebody and it was going miserably, what did you do?
I take responsibility.
Manual override. You jump in, you change it. No, like he's the head coach. Just because you got a coordinator who quote unquote calls the plays, does that mean you completely absolved? That's
I
your
mean, you
side
just
of the
don't want
ball.
to. You're not trying to like. You're
You're not
not
trying to give
trying
up
to.
50. You gave up 34 to a team that scored zero the week before against the
That
Panthers.
is that is.
You got a guy at cornerback that you traded for. Adam Peters need to be on the. We need to have some conversations about him too. You
Mhm.
traded for a corner who can't guard anybody. Like his legs don't work no more. Apparently,
Well,
he
not
can't
not
stand in front of
well.
anybody.
It's not that he
The
can't
last
guard
2 seasons,
anybody. I think the elite receivers in the league, he just doesn't. He cannot guard. Like I think you could put him
he
against.
get bammed
He's
on
not.
every
He's not Benjamin St. Juice, where
No,
anybody
nobody's
can get
that
out
bad.
there.
That's the worst corner I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm
But
saying,
elite receivers, this Bama looks
but he's your
real.
number one corner. You traded for him to be paired up
He's,
on those elite
he's not
receivers.
the number
If
one
he
though.
can't do that, then that trade is a fail.
It is well. So I mean, so I'm a little conflicted here. I to some degree, I'm not even mad at like taking taking viable stabs at getting players on your roster who you think can make your football team significantly better. And
Never.
when it comes to specifically the cornerback, what's his name? Uh
Marshawn Lattimore.
Marshawn Lattimore. When it comes to Marshawn Lattimore, I think everybody's sentiments was the same. Like, oh, this is a guy who can help our football team. Like he's
100%.
shown to have some ability in the league and be, able to to play at a high level. Now he played on a terrible team. Maybe they hid a lot of his deficiencies. In that regard, I'm with you. Like I think that
I
you
don't.
blame the person who's supposed to be the elite evaluator. I'm not evaluating cornerbacks. All I'm just going off of like what I've known from his career to here to now.
He was
And
hurt when they
maybe
traded for him and didn't play the first 6 weeks he was here, or something crazy like that. So
yeah,
I'm with you. Like I like trades. Like I want to always trade, try to get better, take a shot at a guy who was like all pro. Like he was a legit corner, but he was hurt, and you run that risk. You knew he was hurt. You knew it was like hamstring or something like that that can linger, and it looks like he can't run. All that being said, they put him out of position. You got him 10 yards off. He's a physical DB who plays better on the bigger guys, like jamming them up, playing in
mhm.
space, get pass rush, and
He's not a speed guy.
you got him playing 10 yards off. Like the scheme, it does not fit the D line that they have. They cannot generate pressure with just four unless the quarterback holds the ball for
Mhm.
a ridiculous amount of time. Like when you see those plays where the quarterback holds the ball, patting the ball, then occasionally they'll get sacks. But if you're talking about just running within the rhythm of the offense, they cannot get pressure in those situations. You don't see it from any of the guys on the D line.
Yeah, I
So
would even add
schematically,
that from a linebacker standpoint, linebacker coverage is still in a major issue
because
for
they're
this.
slow, because they're old. Wagner's like 40 years old, and you got him covering tight ends 25. It just it's like they don't watch film. The coaches, they're not making adjustments during the game. They're not even making adjustments week to week apparently, because teams are going out of their way to run that same motion to get Lattimore skating across the field trying to like dodge in between linebackers and stuff to get to the other side so you can't jam them. And it's like they still get single with Bobby Wagner on tight ends on corner routes running for 40, 50 yards or running up the seam. And it's like, how much do you need to see before you do something different? I would rather
Yeah.
a team go over top of your head for 50 on a bomb because you got guys up around the line of scrimmage or helping
Mhm.
doubling on the tight end on those plays where you got the linebacker covering or blitzing to get pressure versus playing this safe ball and you still giving up 30, 40-yard plays.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Math doesn't
I
work,
think it's definitely a bend don't break philosophy, but I don't.
but it breaks
Your
every
team is not made up or composited with players to play that type of style of defense.
right.
So,
And
I mean, you kind of got to sell out. They have some games coming up, dog, versus some divisional matchups where, like, if they continue down this path, it's going to be really bad. I mean, the
Dallas gonna
only
put
thing that's
50 on
kind of compensating or saving them a little bit is that they've been able to, to some degree score points. I mean, with Mariota, they've been able to score points. Like, I mean, even from I think, and maybe this just goes into philosophies or what they've been doing, but I've seen like with Mariota, they've just been more like they've allowed, like they've been like, I don't want to say encouraged him to run and use his legs, but he just seemed to be more freely using his legs to like generate. When Jaden was back there, I felt like they like basically told him like, don't run, like just get out of bounds, like just be sick, And I don't think you can play the game that way. Like when he's trying to like not get hurt and be safe, that's when he get hurt. Let the Bama play with a 4-2 speed, 4-3 speed, and just be dynamic. If he gonna break loose, let him break loose. If you want to keep it, it's like, yeah, let him run because it opens the offense up. So, I hope that what they've kind of done offensively that they continue that for. But if this defense doesn't make any changes, and honestly, I mean, Joe Witt, unfortunately, to me, is the main culprit in a lot of these issues. I mean, I'm with you, Aaron. Dan Quinn's supposed to like grab a thing by the horns and make it happen, but it just to me it shows that Joe Witt is not he not ready yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's at a place where you could give him that autonomy and let him do all the things himself. I mean, maybe he could call the defense, but like the scheme and everything that he's putting together, it's just not
I don't
effective.
believe it's his scheme. That's my point.
Okay.
I don't believe he's running his like. I believe they have a scheme that they had in mind when they brought Dan Quinn in,
Hmm.
and then you got Adam Peters, who everybody got thinking he in God mode. Like everything he touched turned to gold. Every player he drafted is magic. When Jaden was really covering up for a lot of issues, and I said it last year, I said it again. Bam was like, "No, you hating? They good. They going, they gonna be." I said they're gonna take a step back, even if they still make the playoffs because they
Hmm.
won a lot of they like every bounce went their way last year. They had a lot of magic, a lot of luck. They won a game on a Hail Mary, dog. When have you ever seen that in Washington? So it's like a
Yeah.
lot of things went their way. And people looked over a lot of stuff. Like Cincinnati was putting up buckets on them, even though Jaden outscored them. Like they're gonna have to outscore teams. 27 should be enough with a backup quarterback to win a football game against a team that scored zero the week before. But everybody's clueless. They don't make adjustments quick enough. Like it's like almost like they don't watch film at all. Like they don't have the iPads or whatever the Samsung
Hmm.
tablets, everything that everybody else has, where you watch them make adjustments as the game goes along, offensively and defensively. You see this team; it takes until almost the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter, for them to start doing productive things, and it's starting to become a pattern. And like you see what like everything was so great, this team's so amazing, like NFC Championship, but then you remove Jaden, and then you get smacked back to reality. Like there was no chance the Raiders was going to beat them. The Raiders trash. You saw what's happened with them,
Yeah.
like the following week. Like you can't go into the Chargers this way.
Yeah, I think it's a get right game for the Chargers, honestly. They laid an egg versus the Giants, and offensively they just I mean, we'll get into that one, but yeah,
Let
I'm
me
with you. I'm
let
with
me
you. So
let me ask you
I'm
this.
definitely concerned with the trajectory of their team and how they look defensively. Offense, I'm
Let-
willing to give a little bit of pass there. I think with the loss of offensive weapons and still being able to generate 27 points, I think that should be enough against the Falcons at least. But y'all let Bijan Robinson almost set records. You let Drake London almost set record. Michael Penix Jr. has been
His
struggling to kind
career
of get
high.
right, and you let him look like he was Tom Brady out there. So yeah, I'm concerned. I'm definitely concerned with this defense
So
for
let me ask
sure.
you this: if I name a player that they drafted and you got to lean bust or they're gonna be good, where's your gut tell you at this point, just from what you've seen?
Okay,
The first round pick, Connolly.
bust,
The second round pick, Ben Sinnott, the tight end, who can't get on the field over a 37-year-old tight end.
bust.
Then Newton, who they wasted a second round pick on when they didn't really need a D lineman like that, doesn't flat. They told us he was all world. You didn't need him, and you just take a position from a player that you don't need on the team when you have so many holes. They told us Jalen Lane was supposed to be this all world thing, all training camp, all the eyes that could see the team told us how Jalen Lane was like that. Man hasn't done nothing. Chris Moore dropped everything he touched. And I'm like, who's evaluating stuff over here? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, early on that track record not looking too good, bro. I mean, Adam Peters definitely needs to be, I don't say on the hot seat, but there needs to be some scrutiny given his way based upon these players that they have, dog. Because
Yeah, he got to
I
get
mean,
better like everybody else.
yeah, it's clear that there's he's missing. He's missing on some players and talent to this roster. So I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. My concern level in a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, oh my, like this joint, I don't know what to do. One being like, I'm not concerned at all. Like it's just not even a thing. I'm at like a 6. I'm at a 6, though, because I think a lot of things you brought up, it's some glaring weaknesses. From a talent standpoint, like the good teams, they're getting more, they're acquiring more talented
Right.
players, and then they're being able to plug and play those talented players much faster. We're trying to plug and play those players as if they're talented, but they still got a lot of development to do. And I mean, some
And
of it
taking
is
them
really,
early. Like they wasted a lot of early picks on guys that look like they're not going to be
yeah.
guys, like role
And
players
granted,
that
I'm not saying here. I mean, of course, we do it at a different clip than everybody else because I mean, when we sit down and do it, this is what we do. But I, I'm a little surprised that they haven't been able to like kind of get young talent that can really help push this team forward, especially with like you getting the one thing right. I think the fact that you got one thing right, that just kind of like
fixing everything
compensates
else.
for all the stuff you got
Yeah,
wrong. But I mean, again, if I had a choice, Aaron, between them getting all the other the lunch pail guys right versus the quarterback, I'm always going to take the quarterback, dog,
a
over
hundred
the lunch
percent.
pail
You
guy.
need that,
Yeah.
but it also shouldn't give Bama's carte blanche to just fail
Yeah,
everywhere else across
I'm
the
I'm
board
with you.
and
I'm
get all
with
the
you.
credit in the world, like they're the greatest GM anybody's ever seen.
Yeah, I
Like
think I think this definitely puts a pin in that for sure, for sure. Um, Buffalo and New Orleans. Buffalo just whooped New Orleans. New Orleans kept it close for a minute, but then Buffalo just pulled away. Detroit, Cleveland. Cleveland is it's time for a quarterback change. I don't know how long. I mean, at the beginning of the season, did we say how long we thought the experiment of Joe Flacco was going to go? We said 5 or 6 weeks. I think we went through the first like early games of the roster and was like, oh, nah, they gotta make a change at some point because this drink. But we also said they couldn't make it too early because their schedule was brutal. But I think you're right upon that time now, though, because they keep They play the Vikings in London or wherever this week. Then they play the Steelers. Then they play the Dolphins, Patriots, Jet. Like this is the time. If you're gonna make a quarterback change, this is the time. Go ahead and let what's his name? I mean, he'll probably hold off and not play Gabriel because Vikings will
That defense, yeah,
manhandle
gonna make them look
Gabriel.
bad.
Steelers will manhandle Gabriel too. I think he'll wait until try to get to the Dolphins game. I think that's a game where he probably will feel like I could put Gabriel in and he can have a decent showing before he has to go away from him and potentially have to play Shador. But I mean, I that organization and franchise is trash. So I don't care what they do, honestly. Um, then you have New England Patriots. They beat Carolina. And then you had the Los Angeles Chargers lose to the Giants. Jackson Dart came in. I think people were like, "Oh, Jackson Dart, yeah, yeah, yeah." Uh, don't worry, he's gonna come back down to earth. He didn't play terrible. He didn't play terrible. He did not play terrible by any straight stretch. Um, I think that the game plan was good. And again, I'm always one of those people. We keep it 100 here on the show, but like when it comes to quarterback play, like in young quarterbacks, right? I think that you can scheme it up appropriately for a young quarterback. The question is, when it's not schemed up correctly for a young quarterback, are they going to look like trash, or are they going to still be able to like still make your organization or make the offense still look decent despite of, you know what I'm saying? And it's rare that you have a quarterback that at that level to be able to do that, especially early on. I mean, we had it with Jaden last year. CJ Stroud showed some of that, so it's just going to boil down to when it's not schemed up correctly, will Jackson Dart be able to perform? And I mean, that's that. We'll see. We'll see. They play the Saints next. I think everybody will probably like lean on the Giants beating the Saints, but Saints are going to be desperate. They want a W. They're not trying to go through the whole year not winning a game, and I actually think that the Saints will beat the Giants. That's not me hating because I know, oh, you hating, bro, you hate. I'm just saying that's just the parity of the league, honestly. Philadelphia beats Tampa Bay 31-25. I mean,
It wasn't
Jalen
that close.
Hurts is doing what he do, bro. Win. All he do is win, no matter what.
I know you seen AJ Brown with the Bible quote after the game.
What he say?
After two catches for 7 yards, I think, for the whole game.
What he say? The
He
meek
said,
shall inherit the earth.
"No," he said, "when you're not being something like if you're not being listened to, um, step away quietly, don't cause a scene." Uh,
No, I mean, dog, yeah, he's a diva. He won't want the football, but again, Bama's winning, so that always kind of keeps that at bay. But let them like go through a losing streak and he
he
not
going
touching the
off.
football, then all hell may break loose. But for now, it is what it is. Houston washes the Tennessee Titans. So now I told Bama's before the season, I said Cam Ward, I like Cam Ward, though. I think he's uber talented. Bama can play. I'm not worried about Cam Ward. I'm worried about Canales and this coaching staff that's in charge of Cam Ward to put him out there on the field. And granted, people will be like, oh yeah, like it's the player. He got to make better decisions. He got to do this and he got to do that. It's like, dog, the coaches are the ones who prepare the player for what they're going to see, what to expect, and all that stuff. And if they get out that joint and none of what you told them was going to happen is happening, that puts them in a position where it's going to be hard for them to be successful. It's just going to be hard, dog. And so if you got a coach that's not good at that to begin with, we talk about it all the time, Aaron. It's about 4 QB whispers in the league, dog. Shanahan, uh, McVay,
McVay,
O'Connell.
LaFleur, and O'Connell. That's it.
That's it, dog. And maybe Andy Reid, you could toss him in there. Everybody else, they just they just doing the best they can. let's be honest. They just trying to do the best they can and figure it out, though. They don't really know. And if they got a quarterback and they trying to like they could be giving them bad advice, and there's nobody there to be like, stop it. Like, what are you talking about? That's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think he's just Cam Ward's just in a no-win situation with a team that's lacking talent, that is lacking, the appropriate coaching. And you can say what you want. People will be like, oh, well, he's holding the ball too long and stuff like that. It's like, no, you're trying to work within an offense and a system to do something, make some type of production when there may be none available to you. So, you're gonna do what you can try to do to make things happen and work. So, I mean, yeah, they just in a tough spot. They're in a tough spot. And Cam Ward's in a tough spot. Um, yeah, so that's that. That's what I have to say about that. Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Pittsburgh beat Minnesota. I mean, I think Pittsburgh just came in with a good game plan. Tom always got his teams ready to play, and it just showed up in that game. Seattle, Arizona, Thursday night joint. Seattle just beat Arizona. Arizona played them tough, but you know how that goes, though. Just that's how it goes. Okay. Before we get into the games for this week, we kind of jump through there. Uh, any NBA stuff you want to talk about?
Why?
I know, dog. I just can't.
You gotta wait
I
till after the
can't.
All Star game to even talk about the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't really ain't no real, NBA like WNBA playoffs is here. I don't think anybody watching them joints. Baseball playoffs is here. But I don't know enough to talk about it because I ain't been watching baseball. But I'll probably watch the playoffs though. You gonna watch the MLB playoff joint?
Hell no. Ain't nobody watching baseball. That's money laundering.
Dog.
You can't
I
name
mean,
five Bammers in MLB right now. Otani,
Otani.
and then
Uh,
the pitcher that Pittsburgh got that's like that. I can't think of his
yeah,
name.
Screen, Busted,
Green, yeah.
Screen, whatever. What's the other Batman name?
Name three other Bammers.
What's
You
the
can't
what's
even
the
name three Nationals.
big hurt baseball Batman for the New
Oh,
York
you talk
Yankees?
about
What's his name?
the mixed Bama.
Yeah, the
Judge,
big,
Aaron Judge.
yeah, Judge, yeah,
Two more to
Judge.
go.
Bryce. Who else?
Oh yeah, Bryce.
Uh, Screwball. That's the picture, man. No, it get dicey, bro. Yeah. I'll watch the playoffs though. That's at least entertaining. Um, yeah. I mean,
Baseball playoffs or Jets versus Saints. What you watching?
baseball playoffs though. No, the Jets is some track, bro. I tried to watch the game last night. Though honestly, I've been choosing me, though, over
Nigga said
sports.
I've been choosing me. Tell like Mary J.
I've
Blige.
been choosing me, though. Listen, them Bama, if the game just if it ain't spark off quickly and get the rocket, hey bro, it's lights out, man. I'm going upstairs, dog. I'm turning. We ain't got no TV in the bedroom, dog. So I ain't messing with it. It's just I'm going to sleep, bro. I need my rest, and I ain't messing around with these Bama's who can't. Yeah, so that's just how I feel about it. But it is what it is. Yeah, we got preseason about to start up soon, and then the regular season will be here in no time. Yeah, I'll tune in, but I ain't pressed. Okay. I did get it locked for the week. A couple people text me. I sent them locks. I got one wrong, dog. I went 3 for 4, but the one I got wrong was the Chargers and the Giants. I should have known the Chargers would show up and beat the Chargers. Because honestly, if you look at like historically, the Chargers are always that team that when they should win and they're like favored to win, they just lay an egg, dog. For some reason, I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't have. I don't know what the problem is with them Bama's, but they lost to the Giants, and in my opinion, they shouldn't have. But when you bet money on the drink, you can't. It is what it is.
That's how.
So, but we got the games this week. We're gonna bake it into the show. We got San Francisco Thursday night versus the LA Rams. Rams are favorite -5.5 against San Francisco. San Francisco coming off the last minute L they caught versus the Jaguars in a tough one. Rams coming off a thrilling win, where they beat their opponent pretty handily. Um, who you got? They beat the Colts.
Give me the Rams.
Who you got in this one? Aaron?
Rams.
You got
Rams.
Rams. Okay, so I'll rock alongside you. I'll go with the Rams. Uh, I think San Fran will keep it close, dog. I mean, this is McVay versus Shanahan. They both know each other well. I mean, I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game. Battle of the LA teams, or a battle of the California team. So yeah, I think it'll be a good high scoring game. Maybe like 27-24 in score. So I probably go with San Fran to cover. Minnesota Vikings at the Cleveland Browns, but of course this game is in London. It's a 9:30 tilt. Who you rocking with? They got Minnesota favorite -3.5 against Cleveland.
Uh, I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Okay, Aaron's going with Cleveland. I'm going with Minnesota. I think Minnesota will cover the 3.5. I think Cleveland and the travel will be a little bit of a knock to them a little bit. I think that the offense and what Cleveland will try to do will, you know, they'll try to get this win because they want to quell as much of the noise as they possibly can. So I think that they will play this one tough. But if Minnesota can get out and score early, then I think this will just go downhill for Cleveland. Dallas Cowboys at the New York Jets. Jets seeking their first win. Dallas tied their last game. I think they won 2-1 or something like that. Uh, Dallas is favored -2.5 against the Jets.
That's it.
That's
Give me
it.
Dallas. It's a
Yeah, I
lot.
got Dallas as well. Is that a lot?
They can't guard anybody, but these Bama's can score.
Yeah, I got Dallas as well. I think this one's a lock in my opinion. Denver Broncos at the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are favored -4.5. Uh, Denver's coming, traveling across country to Philly. Uh, Philly's been winning some tough games. Um, I like. I mean, I really have no reason to pick against Philly, though. Like Philly they just figure out ways to win. Could Denver cover? They could, but I like Philly to cover the 4.5 and win. What
Yeah,
about
give
you,
me
Aaron?
Philly.
You said what?
Yeah, give me Philly.
All right, unanimous. Houston Texans at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored -3.5. I mean, it looked like Lamar Jackson was suffering a hamstring injury of some sort. Don't know the severity of it. Will it impact him in his game? I doubt it. I think he'll be fine, but I think this is a get right game for Baltimore in Baltimore. So I'm taking Baltimore -3.5.
Baltimore.
All right, New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints. Saints are favored -1.5. See, I don't even have to write the script, dog. I know what it is. I'm going with the Saints minus the 1.5 in New Orleans.
You said against who?
Giants versus Saints in New Orleans.
No chance. Give me Giants.
Okay, you going with Giants. All right, Las Vegas Raiders at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are favored -6.5 at home versus the Raiders. I like the 6.5 for the Indianapolis Colts. I think their defense is going to give the Raiders fits. Um, so I'm going with the Colts.
Give me the Raiders.
All right. Aaron's going with the Raiders. It is indoors, so I think that does help Gino a little bit when it's on turf field indoors instead of outside on grass. Miami Dolphins at the Carolina Panthers. Dolphins are favored -1.5. They are now without Tyreek Hill, so they lose a big weapon. Carolina Panthers are home, but they're home underdogs by 1.5. Who do you got, Miami or Carolina, Aaron?
Panthers.
I am going with the Panthers as well in this game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are favorite -3 at home versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay coming off a tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. They travel cross country to Seattle. I like Seattle minus, well, not -3. I think Tampa Bay will cover the 3.
I don't give me Seattle.
All right. Aaron taking Seattle. Tennessee Titans at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are favorite -8.5 versus Tennessee. Tennessee, again, they're starved to get a W somehow, some way. I think that they will put up another valiant effort and fight. Think they'll end up losing. -8.5, though, I think that's a little steep for the Arizona Cardinals, in my opinion.
You said against who?
Tennessee Titans at the Arizona Cardinals.
Give me the Cardinals.
All right, and taking the Cardinals with the large spread. Washington Commanders at the Los Angeles Chargers. Washington will travel cross country to play the Chargers. Chargers coming off a devastating loss to the New York Giants. They now play another NFC East team in the Commanders at home, and they have the spread in their favor of -2.5. I'm going to go with the Chargers minus the 2.5.
Yeah, if Jaden doesn't play, it's no chance. I think if Jaden playing, you always got a chance. That being said, I don't see the defense making enough adjustments in 1 week. So give me the Chargers.
All right. Detroit Lions at the Cincinnati Bengals. Detroit is favored -7.5. Now that spread is up to 9.5 in favor of Detroit. Cincinnati coming off another loss where they couldn't generate any points. They've now played the Detroit Lions. It's in Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati to cover the 9.5.
I'll go Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Detroit Lions will not
No, I
have
won't. No, I
problems.
won't. No. I'm switching. Give me Detroit.
Okay, Aaron is going with Detroit minus the 9.5 points. Okay, New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Bills are favorite -8.5 at
Damn.
home. New England's coming into Buffalo. New England starting the season pretty good. Drake May has been serviceable and been able to make plays with his legs and his arm. Going into Buffalo, 8.5 spread is kind of steep. Um, I like New England Patriots to cover that 8.5.
Yeah, I'll go Patriots.
Okay. Then we have Monday night game. You got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Chiefs are favorite -3, and it's in Jacksonville. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs minus the 3.
I'll go Chiefs.
All right. And those are our games for this week. I think my only locks this week will be I like Dallas money line. I like Baltimore money line. I like uh, I like New Orleans money line as a lock. And I know that's risky to some, but I like that as a lock. And then I like I like I like Buffalo money line. Those are my locks, though. Those are the locks. Anything else, Aaron? You want to talk about? Anything else happening?
Nothing I can think of.
That I could think of, though. Okay. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Shout out to Wiz Buffy. Shout out to Lance J. Shout out to Kicking It with G Man. Shout out to Sports Reality, my man Jeremy John, everybody who rock with us heavy, and we out.